YouTube faithful, what is going on? My name is Captain Crush, and I normally tell you guys as a joke it's gonna be a quick video, but today I promise it's gonna be quick. I'm flying through here. We got a 5-game slate. It's poverty. You know the drill. You know your role. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, leave a comment if that's your thing. You can all get in the mix. But I got a friend in town and I got a tea time in about an hour, so I gotta get going. I gotta get moving, and I've already looked and combed through this slate, baby, and I haven't found anything that looks crispy. And speaking of which, I come to you today with a heavy heart because Donnie Mitchell, yo Donnie, he sold the bag. He covered his points. He sold his assists. Granted, he had a bunch of potential assists, but his teammates are absolute dog water and couldn't make a shot. I'm looking at you, Garland. I'm looking at you, Allen. Your poverty. The game was never even close. It was a poverty game. That happens. We move on with life. And the fact is, today, it might just be that type of a day. So I'm going to get into this thing without any further interruption. We are gamblers. This is the life we've chosen. Suck it up and deal with it. So I'm going right here over to PrizePicks. And as you can see, there's not that many props up for the late games now, is there? And that Clippers game is probably the game I have the most interest in. Now, some teams are making a push. The Houston Rockets, they're trying to make a push and they're trying to beat the Warriors and get into that tournament or whatever have you. But the fact is, I don't know what's going to happen. And as I say that, they start dropping the James Harden, the Paul George proposition. So we might be in the mix over there. But the first person that I'm going to talk about is PJ Washington. As poverty as this is, check this out. He's playing in a pace-up spot. The Hawks play at a fast pace. They don't play defense. But more importantly, PJ Washington's minutes have been trending in the right way. 35, he had 28 versus Houston. I think that was a blowout. It was 33, 32, 35, 33. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. So again, the board's kind of mid. The board's kind of dry. So I got to make do with what I got. Now, PJ Washington, he's going to try to score points. He's going to try to get rebounds. He's mainly going to take threes. I don't know if he's going to come through tonight, but I do know he's getting in the mix in my lineups today. It's that simple, all right? He's playing the 4, which is power forward, and if you look at points allowed, Atlanta Hawks are ranked 29th, okay? If we go over here to DG Fantasy, but you can see that he's priced at 26.7 over on MGM. That saves you some time by looking over there. And then we can go to my notepad, and you can see I have him projected for 8.7 fantasy points per minute with an 18% usage rate. So let's make this real simple. 0.87, he's going to play 33 minutes on average. Bang! 28 fantasy points. Folks, I gave you the 3 things. Outlier, DG, my own projection model, and you get 28 fantasy points. Therefore, at the end of the day, he's going to be the thumbnail. This will be my play of the day as of now, as of 12:52 Central Time, the Lord's time zone, baby. Because my tea time is calling my name and I have limited options. And this is what I got for you, folks. Hey, we're at the tail end of NBA. The playoffs will be a money printer like always, but when we're in the late March, early April, it's tough out there in the NBA streets. I'm telling you, it's tough. Coaches do weird things, man. Injury news gets released when you least expect it, etc., etc. Do I really need to ballpark this for you? April's been a rocky start for me, but I will tell you this. Each and every day I've been coming on these YouTubes and giving you guys the lottery props, and they've been smashing. Banton was pretty much the only one that sold yesterday, and I will get into that. Or maybe I won't because of time. But the other person that I like today is old Miles McBride. And I'll go right back to the notepad. 0.77. That's an abysmal fantasy point per minute, by the way. 0.77 with a 17% usage rate. All right. So let's go back to the calculator. 0.77. And what do we know about McBride? He plays 40 minutes, fella. Bang! 30 fantasy points on average if he plays 40 minutes. He may not play 40 minutes. He may only play 37. He may only play 32. But I'm booking him for at least 38. And if he plays 38 minutes, I calculated him for 40. But if he plays 38, we're going to have a chance for him to cover this fantasy score. It's that simple. I like the matchup too. If we go to Outlier, which I did, and you look at his minutes, what do you see pop up? 44, 45, 45, 39, 43, 48. It's music to Captain Crush's ears. I don't care. If somebody like this plays 44 minutes and sells me, guess what? I'll take it on the chin. Like last night. Yo, daddy! played a full 37 to 38 minutes. I watched the whole game live. He was absolute disaster class start to finish. That, my friends, like I talked about yesterday, is indeed a sell job. If you play the full game almost, you play 34 plus minutes and you don't come through, that is a sell job. So finally, y'all can say Donnie Mitchell sold, and I won't begrudge you a bit because he did sell. Okay, you hate to see it. Now, before I get on with the rest of the show, I'm going to go back and give a few shout outs. LBIC, I've been posting my projection sheet for MLB, and these guys have been using it and they've been crushing. Glass now under yesterday. I pegged him perfectly. Pause? Pegged? Now, you know what I mean, folks. Harrison, perfect. Keller, under 5.5 Ks. Cash it. It was a great day for the MLB projection sheet. Let me tell you, Bogdanovich sold his full game assist, rebounds, and everything, or it would have been a massive day. Zinger cashed, Schroeder cashed. Spartan was able to cook with the sheet and got himself a 3X and a 10X. Good for you, bud. Trying to find my lottery ticket. I don't even think I posted. I was so disgusted yesterday with what I saw with Donovan Mitchell that I was done with it. Oh, baby. EJ says, bang. Hachimura, Porzingis, Schroeder. Yes, they all cashed. The 3-point attempts for Poole cashed. Russell cashed. Trey Murphy cashed. There was a lot of things that cashed, but unfortunately, when Bogdan and my play of the day, which was Donnie Mitchell's assist, sold, it makes it really hard to come up with winning slips. Oh, and let me not forget, I'll put it in post-edit, but I had a sleeper slip go 7 of 8 because of Bogdanovich. And Reynolds, my Pirates, my MLB slip, it sold because Reynolds couldn't get a hit. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. But those are the shout-outs for the day. Go to CaptainCrush.net, $24.99 a month, 83 cents a day. It will link you with the Dub Club. You'll get in the mix. You'll get access to my projection sheets, which how those guys are making the winning slips. My playlist. You'll get to ask questions to community role members, all of it. And on top of that, you will get access into my live streams. There wasn't a live stream yesterday. There will be one today at some point. So make sure you're prepared for that. Usually there's one Monday through Friday, but yesterday I got busy, and that's just how things went. It happens, folks. So let's get back to the cook. I hope to see you guys in the cord later. Miles McBride and PJ Washington, those are two that I think are crispy. Now, if they were to add up here 3 points attempted, because lately I've been smashing those, if they put the big ragu up here, which they haven't because they're scared of Captain Crush, they're scared, I would take the big ragu, which is Dante DiVincenzo, over 10.5 3 points attempted. I took it the other day. It smashed. I think Jalen Green at 9.5 3 points attempted is okay. This is getting close. I did take this the other day and it cashed. And then, as always, DeJounte Murray's 8.5 3 points attempted are always in play. He hooked yesterday at 8.5. As you can see, 8. But that's not my favorite for Murray. So the only one I would take here right now is Jalen Green. And I don't love it. I don't love the lottery props today. There is a couple of dunks on here. I know everyone's going to be on Gafford. It's not terrible. I just don't know if I want to sweat Gafford tonight since I'm already sweating PJ Washington. I think Wiggins less than half a dunk's always in play. But again, I am the dunk king. But folks, some days there's just not good dunks in the mix. You understand what I'm telling you? And honestly, Jalen Green's 21.5 field goals attempted might just be the move. Luka's field goal attempts is always in play, and so is Brunson. Brunson can get 40 attempts out of nowhere, but again, I will have limited to no exposure to any of that today. These are going to be my two primary plays today. I'm going light. I'm not going big. I will pair the discounts with goblins that I find, and that'll probably pretty much be it for this today, okay? I'm not going to give these guys coin just for the sake of betting when I don't feel it. Now, you notice under offensive rebound, they got DeJounte Murray. I took it yesterday and I cashed it. I believe he got 2, he got 1, okay. And I will probably go right back to the well pending my model projection. I'll have to wait and see what it says, so stay tuned in the cord. But for you YouTube faithful, you're like, I'm not in the cord because I'm poverty and I don't have 83 cents a day. Then you make the decision if you want to take this. I will let you guys know in the cord later. The cord faithful, Captain Crush has your back. Now, they've already bumped a few of the other ones I gave out, so let's go back to the fantasy scores and let me talk to you. When I see Harry Barnes, pause, Harry Barnes. When I see Harry Barnes at 18 fantasy score, it makes me feel some kind of way. I think he had a bad game, but look at this, 29, 27, 20, 10. Granted, they were missing a few people. Murray was out of the mix, whatever. Everyone's pretty much healthy right now. If you want to take a shot as a dart, an absolute dart, because the matchup is hot garbage on Harry Barnes, Pause. Anytime you say Harry Barnes, you just gotta pause. If you want to take a shot on his fantasy score, I won't begrudge you a bit, okay? And the same goes for the big Ragu, but I would honestly not take McBride and DiVincenzo in the same, but I do have exposure to both of these gentlemen. They are both in the proverbial mix, if you will. Now, I told you it was going to be a short video. Captain Crush wasn't lying to you, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my partner, DG. I'm going to see if there's any value here before I get off here, and as you can see, Darren Fox and Dante DiVincenzo over 6.5 3-point made combo. I will also have exposure to that. DiVincenzo can clear that by himself, but you got to consider it, folks. You got to consider it, I'm telling you. And then the other guy that I was going to talk about is Michael Porter Jr. over 6.5 rebounds. That is crispy. I took his points. They bumped it. So now you can go to his rebounds. And Terry Rozier. Woo! Captain Crush is losing his voice over here, baby. I'm excited to get on that tee and smash some balls, baby. I'm just smashing the balls today. Pause? Wait, what? Nah, forget that. Terry Rozier, over 4 assists. I think that's crispy too, fella. You gotta consider it. In fact, I will talk about Terry Rozier's fantasy score here in a second, but I wanted to show you guys something about DiVincenzo. Here it is, under 34.5. Now, I disagree with this. Even though the other books have it at 33 and 33, the fantasy score when you're using DG or OddsJam, this is something, the fantasy score side of it is the least that I consider because all these sites score things differently, so you have to keep in mind, if it's not a full point or more across multiple sites, I don't really factor it in. So seeing DiVincenzo's 33 across there, it's pretty much the same. But if you go back up here to PJ Washington, you see 26 and 27, well then I know I'm getting 1 point here and 1 point there. I gotta take the value. Plus, I liked it anyways, okay? Remember, I compare these to my projection model. If I like them, they go in the mix. So out of here, you could maybe take Duncan, maybe Porter Jr., that's up to you. Bam Adebayo over 13.5 R+A, that's gonna move. But folks, this is a good tool, just like anything, just like Captain Crush's Discord. It's a tool. It'll help you out. Use code CRUSH. They're going to give you 25% off. You got nothing to lose. Send me an email. You get a 30-day free trial into the Captain Crush's Discord, baby. Let's get in the mix together. I go over and teach you guys how to use that tool in my Discord all the time. My Discord is literally a teaching tool for you guys. I teach you guys everything about this industry, everything you guys need to know. You ask questions and I let you guys know. That is my job. That is what I am paid to do. Now, so you could make a slip that looks kind of like this. Let me cook here. Rozier, 4 assists. You got that crispy push equity. You could go down to Porter. You could take, if you want to take his points at 17, it got bumped from 16.5. 6.5 rebounds is crispy. His 3-pointers is crispy. Either of those are fine. They're in the mix. Let's just say we went with the rebounds, and then we would need one more leg, right? Well, we already know. We're going to go to Dante DiVincenzo and Darren Fox over 6.5 3-pointers, and if that hits, it's 10x. Now, Washington's in the mix. McBride, Terry Rozier, Porter Jr., and this one. And then, if you really want to feel froggy, you go down to Bam Adebayo, and you find 13.5 rebounds plus assist, and you take more, because you know it's going to get bumped, and look at that. He's coming off a trash game. Bang! You can take it there. And then I'm going to give the Cord faithful an under. Or should I say the YouTube faithful? Excuse-moi, baby. And the under is right here, baby. Sabonis, I'm taking you under. Why? Because I don't think you're going to get a lot of rebounds against these Knicks. They're playing slow. They're going to play tight D. And even though you're going to get extended minutes per the coach, Captain Crush says, no, not today. 22.5 less. That is my less that I am taking today, folks. I know it was a quick video. Remember, Sleeper now has alternate lines, chalkboard, parlay play. Use the code, get in the mix, free 30 days of Discord, or just buy direct. You don't have to be poverty. Get in the mix. Give me a month. If you don't like it, take a hike, but I promise you, you'll probably stick around all summer long, baby. Captain Crush, I'm going to be doing WNBA, PGA, and MLB, and of course, the NBA playoffs. And I'll tell you this, earlier today, I was outside, I was thinking about it, and I had a feint of whiff in the air, and it made me feel like fall for a second, a split second. And you know what? Fall means NFL and the beginning of a new NBA season. I cannot wait for October. Let me tell you, it's going to come and go bang in a blink. So use the summer to hone your skills and get ready for NFL and NBA. I hope to see you guys later today in the live stream. If you're in my Cord, the projections for MLB are posted. NBA will be on the way. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests. And as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, no sell jobs today, and let's crush.